Let's get back to some UFC talk for sure. All right, Dana White. What are your
Let
thoughts?
me just say, everybody on Reddit, there's a Reddit thread right now.
Yeah.
Talking about this class action suit. Everybody's coming for Dana. Okay,
All
everybody's
right,
mad.
all right. So, all right, yeah. All right. Tell me your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts about Dana White. What are your thoughts about Dana White?
Dana White is a shrewd businessman.
Agreed.
Man, I think he really does have, because one of his buddies, man, is freaking Trump. So I think he probably adopts a lot of those mentalities and
I
business
think he's a
aspects.
shrewd
Business is a
businessman, bro.
business.
Business is business. You know what I mean? What about yourself?
No, he just strikes me as a businessman.
Yeah.
No emotion.
Honestly, I think as a person, I mean, I don't, freaking never even met the guy, and never even been in the same room and shake his hand or get an autograph or anything like that. You know what I mean? But from what I see, when he is doing, stuff outside of UFC, when I see him doing stuff outside of, UFC and stuff like that, I feel honest to God, like, freaking, he has great intentions, for his business, and, like that to just constantly be a pioneer and get it ahead of the game. You know what I mean? Like that, and like he seems like he's a, I don't want to say fair, I mean, I don't want to say fair because because
he does not strike me as fair at all.
Yeah, because
There's nothing about him that seems fair.
I want to say what would you say the word would be if he just structures everything in a way where he knows he's gonna come out on top, not in necessarily like he wants to
manipulator.
Fuck you.
Shrewd.
Just shrewd. All right,
Shrewd.
so that's all right.
Because what he does is the way. So Dana White. So y'all remember Tiny Tim and the Christmas Story?
Yeah.
Okay. You can remember the dad wanted to get off work and no, you can't work and all this shit. And it's like, look, I need to make $1. Like, I'm not concerned about you. I need to make $1. I've got shareholders to answer to. I've got this. Like, I need to make $1. That's Dana White. Yeah. Dana White does not care about you. He needs to make $1. I bet if the Nevada Boxing Commission would allow somebody to get knocked out, get a concussion, and fight the next week on the card, Dana would say, if you're ready, let's go. I bet he would.
Yeah. I think, he does his job to the T.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure, like that. All right, and saying that, all right, because he's looking out for the best interest of exactly what you're just talking about. The shareholders, the investment. Again, what I'm telling you about just being a pioneer, really moving the needle on, in all aspects of what he does for his job and things like that. Man, people, the small guy, underneath him is just getting swept, freaking up. You know what I mean? And it is sad. But in hindsight, the big picture is like, I was like, man, the dude has a job to do and he's fucking doing it well. And you know what? I'm like, either you play ball or you go fucking find another court. You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
It's, it is the epitome of overweening bargaining power and unconscionability.
And with that, a lot of it is just negligence. You know what I mean, on the small man scale, because like I'm like it's it's like, how can I say, it's like a middle schooler or like a kid, freaking trying to go against a professor, as for like knowledge wise and experience, and like,
so watch what it is. It's the same thing that owners have been doing to players in every sport since the beginning of time. So if you watch Colin Kaepernick's show that he had on Netflix or something, he likened the NFL Combine to the slave trade, right? Because they put you out there to test your physical prowess to see how much you're worth as a physical person, the same way they did when they traded the slave trade. Well, you take all these people, and it's always the same thing. You take somebody who's, like we were talking about last time, didn't come from much, poor, has a dream, whatever, and then you say, oh, well, look at this shiny nugget.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Look at this shiny nugget. And then I'll give you this shiny nugget. And yes, you make $84 million a year. But somebody pays that, bro.
Yeah.
And it's easy. It's easy because a lot of these fighters have that work hard mentality where it's like, I'll just work hard and I'll get there. I'll get there. I'll make it. But they play on that.
You're coming from. It doesn't even matter if you're a fighter. Yeah. One day you're working at Starbucks, making whatever, getting health insurance, whatever. You make $50K a year, right?
Yeah.
And then, like the PFL, somebody comes over and says, "We got a new coffee company, and you can come over here and make $100K a year."
Yeah.
I'm going over there, and you don't think about what you. All those contracts that they sign,
NDA, you sign a non-compete. You sign.
Nobody thinks about all that.
Yeah, all the fine print.
Nobody
all
reads that because you're looking at what you look at, which is I need to take care of my family, and I've been working in this factory for all this time, and now I don't have to work in the factory anymore, and I can still take care of my family. And they skip that.
I sent y'all that one reel of Cousins.
Yeah,
the NBA player that he was talking about in college when he was playing. He played for Kentucky, you know what I mean, like that. And and this is still a time where freaking the any college athlete, couldn't
make their money,
couldn't make any money or even take a free meal. That's what he was talking about, like that. And I mean, they're doing freaking trips, tournament trips all to Mexico and playing like that. And they're talking about, he made a huge statement just saying, fuck, the NCAA. You know what I mean? Like that. I love, my college that I went to, but the NCAA, they can fucking eat, a bag of dicks. You know what I mean? Like that, because, as I'm over here getting in trouble because just for a free meal like that, or maybe I take a buck or two like that, and quite possibly have my freaking, my scholarship taken away and all, whatever it is. Be banned like that, but yet the NCAA guy freaking is out. They're selling merchandise. Freaking $60,000 worth of merchandise with my name on it and stuff like that.
Making a killing. I don't even get. I mean, they don't even get a royalty.
Yeah.
And it's like the college owns you.
Now he's asking for reparations.
I don't see why I wouldn't.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
I don't see why I shouldn't.
I don't ever see that happening. Not one bit. Like I agree that it should happen, but I don't see it.
The whole thing is going to hinge on what you actually sign. See, the scholarship is an agreement to have your school paid for. So what is it actually an agreement to do? Because you're an amateur. You're not a professional. So you still have the ability to make money. Your likeness is still your likeness. So you do have to give up permission to do some things and to use your likeness, like permission to use their likeness. But if at the time, this is just, if I was arguing, this is what I would say. If you knew at the time that I said, Eric Valdez, sign this over, I'm going to use your likeness. But if I knew that at the time that I did that, I was going to use your likeness to make money and specifically did not tell you, like just not going to do it at all, then I think there's an issue with that, because what I'm doing is you're now like, there's an uneven bargaining power. Yeah. Because what do you do? It's like either, or then don't go to school. You know what I'm saying? So there's an uneven bargaining power, and there's like a.
Isn't it something about like just hiding?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the word, but
so all right. So how you think about like that? Let's all right, because we're getting a little too far away from what we want to really talk about like that. Yeah. So think about what you're talking about right there, like that. So